Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another shop update video. I'm out here tonight. Since I got all the air system plumbed up and everything finished, I'm gonna start on the paint booth. DIY booth. So basically what I've got is got some wood laid out that I'm gonna run along the bottom for the plastic to mount to, and then I'm gonna put a piece going in the center, and I want to mount lights on the outside of the plastic on those center beams that I'm going to use. So I've got these scrap pieces of 2x10, and I'm just going to rip them down the middle and cut them to length to mount them here. Got my ladder so I can reach to hang stuff. And the plastic I'm going to be using is this heavy duty Barricades, the brand. You can get it at Lowe's. It's 4 mil, pretty heavy duty plastic. It says it's clear, but it's like it's pretty clear. That's translucent white, I guess, but it's really thick, thick enough, sturdy, that I can put some staples in, run it nice and tight along here. And it's kind of, it's DIY. It's not a perfect booth. It's not a downdraft like I have at my full-time day job, but it's enough to get me started here on the side, get some work in here, just to keep me busy on the side, bring in some extra money, and make better videos, more in-depth videos. So what I'm gonna do is get these boards cut to length. I bought some 2x4s, but they're too short. That's my mistake. I accidentally grabbed 8 foot instead of 10 foot. But we're gonna get these cut to length and figure out where exactly we're gonna put them. I want to use these somewhere. I think I'll use them on the bottom, and I'll just kind of connect them because they don't need to be solid mounted into the concrete. I'm just gonna probably cut what I need here out of this one and use it for one of the bottom sections, and then make do with the rest. I've got more wood over here. All this stuff needs to be hauled out of here, but it's not in the way right now. So first thing I'm gonna do is get all the plastic hung. I'm gonna cover this whole back wall with plastic, and that way that door is, null and void. It's a pretty short door. You could pull a small car in it, but it's not really. I mean, there's just a field and a pond back there, so we're not really gonna ever use that door. So I'm just gonna block it off, seal the bottom off, that way there's no air coming in. The best I can with that plastic and probably some caulk around the bottom. I might seal it off with a small, like 1x that's over here. And that should do it. Should be nice and sealed off. And then I'm gonna build a mounting spot over here where it's gonna be my fan and filter system to pull it out and vent it out the window. I haven't bought that stuff yet. It's a little pricey to get a good explosion-proof fan. That's coming down the line, but the stuff that I can do pretty affordable right now is basically what I'm doing, just to get some momentum going. So stick around. All right, so we got the first board cut to length and ripped down the middle, and I've just got this wedged in here right now, but looks nice. That way there's, essentially three mounting points where I can get the plastic nice and tight all the way down the side. And I'm gonna mount these using these little angle pieces right here. 2 screws into it, mount it nice and solid. I'm gonna use them down here too, just to keep them from moving. So I've got 12 of them, so it'll be just enough to do all this. We got this section done too. So now we just gotta put our little angle brackets on each side and even at the bottom too, to keep them from coming loose. That way they're steady. And this side will be essentially framed out. Okay, so we got everything framed out, and you had saw from the time lapse I had quite a mess to clean up from the sawdust from a couple of these parts, but got everything mounted in place, nice and level. Opened the doors up, and you saw me cleaning off the walls and all this stuff. This building's never been spray foam insulated or anything like that. It's just a bare bones building. So there was some weeds and stuff growing up in here. I had to pull them out because it was driving me crazy seeing all that crap growing up there. It just looked bad, even though this wall is going to be sealed off with plastic, because unfortunately this door isn't very big. It's I'm 6'2" and there's not much room here, so you're not really getting anything big in here. So I'm just gonna seal this off because we've got a big entry door down at the. Basically all I have left to do now is start hanging plastic, and I'm gonna start on the side walls and the back wall and just get kind of those 3 walls done, and I'm gonna leave this open, this front wall, because it's not gonna be a permanent door or anything like this. This is 12 feet by 100, so basically 12 feet tall, and I've got enough to do the ceiling, the sides, and this back wall, and then make some form of door for the. This plastic is basically, all it is Visqueen that's used for like vapor barrier under a house or along an insulated wall. The whole point of this booth is to make it as non-permanent as possible, because I don't own this building. I'm just renting it, so I don't want to do anything that's too crazy permanent. That's why I'm not cutting holes in the walls for ventilation and stuff like that. So it's kind of DIY or redneck, whatever you want to call it, but it's gonna work. I have faith that it's gonna come together. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna make sure it's all sealed up nice too. Alright, there's the back wall done. Nice and tight. I went a little crazy with the staples, but I wanted it nice and tight. It's a little floppy here in the middle because the doors are kind of inset, but I might do something, in the future. If it's a big deal I'll see when I get my fan hooked up over here, if it sucks the plastic out any. But yeah, there's one wall and about 1,000 staples later. 2 more to go. Well, I hope you guys are excited for a new season of Dexter, as I am, because I'm just plasticking all the things. But we got this other wall done. I didn't time-lapse me putting all these 200 staples or more in here, because there's nobody wants to see that. But this plastic, it looks nice. I mean, it's actually more transparent than I thought, but it's pretty tight. It's gonna have some flex unless I put, all kind of stuff in here, which I might do in the future. Who knows? But I'm leaving the bottom kind of curled up like this so I can run a line of caulk all the way down it. And I'm gonna do some kind of like a good maybe flex tape or something on this end to keep that edge from flapping up, because it's stapled good all the way up and down, but I want to seal this off nice. I'll do the same at the top. Of course, I am going to run plastic at the top, so I have it stapled to each ceiling rafter coming at a 90 degree like that. so I can just have it overlap, cut it out around the lights, seal it up there really nice. But yeah, you almost can't even tell that there's plastic on this back wall. Well, I guess if you look compared to there, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some lights over here in the future. I know that, but even especially once I do this wall, it's gonna be really dark over here. But they sell, you know, cheap shop lights on Amazon. You can buy like a 6-pack for, I don't know, $80 or so. But enough jabbering. We're gonna get this other wall done and call it a night. Third wall is done, nice and tight. Same thing, left the flap along the bottom so I can run a line of caulk and then properly seal that up. So I'm contemplating doing the ceiling or not tonight. It's gonna be kind of tricky, but it's the hardest part. I'd like to get it done. But man, it's starting to look a whole lot different. It's way taller than it needs to be, but I wanted to pretty much just use the space that I had framed up. That way I didn't have to do any kind of framing or anything. And if I need to paint something tall, I've got plenty of room. Man, that's crazy. It definitely made it a lot darker over here, like I was saying, but I'm gonna get a run of lights to run down here. Actually, there's one right there. It's just a regular bulb, but I wanna get more shop lights, but LED. That'll brighten it up a lot. So I got plenty of workspace on the sides and here in the front, and then if I need to work in there, which, you know, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's not a permanent booth, but it's gonna be pretty nice. It's looking good. All right, guys, this is where I'm gonna leave it off for this episode here tonight. It's 2 in the morning, and I'm beat, but let's show you what I got done. Boom. That one little 1-foot strip is bothering the crap out of me, but it is what it is. I don't feel like climbing up and down the ladder anymore tonight, so I will just cut a piece out and patch that in next time I'm up here working on the front door. But the ceiling, I wasn't so worried about it being like super tight. I just wanted to keep dust and debris out from falling in here. Cut it out from around the lights. I'm gonna, whenever I flex tape the edges here, I'll do around the lights also. But man, it's crazy. It looks pretty dang good. It looks a lot better than I thought it would. I had a vision in my head for how I wanted it to look, and it worked out pretty well. It's weird, in this little room, even though it's open, it feels significantly warmer. I mean, I guess this stuff does keep out air and moisture. It's 4 mils thick, so it's pretty thick stuff. But this is basically where I'm gonna paint in. It's gonna be plenty of room, more than enough room. Definitely enough room height-wise, but yeah, once I patch that in, just kind of disregard that right now. But it's coming along. The next steps will be mounting some plastic up for the front doors, and I'm gonna probably figure out a way to roll it up and reuse it, because I'm just gonna have them overlap, and because I want to be able to roll them up and be able to pull stuff in here to get cars out and stuff. But yeah, after that, the next step is to, even though this is real nice and tight, is to cut a hole in this plastic and mount my fan. I have a 16 by 16 square to round duct, basically, and it's going to be a 16-inch opening, which is, you know, big enough to pull, you know, air out of here. It's plenty big enough for a filter, with enough filtration to keep overspray down from blowing out the window and stuff. I'm going to have another filter at the window back there, which you can see. But it's going to be ran into a box with a 12-inch explosion-proof ventilator fan. It's going to suck it out of duct to the window, and there'll be another filter in the window. But I'm going to have it set on like a little pedestal over here, so it's not like hanging on this board here, because these aren't really structural at all. They're just there to hold the plastic tight. So that will be the final step for this, and then I'll be able to actually bring work in here, start painting in here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoy making these down here at the shop, just kind of by myself, hanging out, you know, getting this ready to use. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna quit jabbering and get out of here. So we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.